at Glenbrook North High School. Marshals for the ceremony are the class of 2017 and class of 2018 Student Association presidents. Carrying the flags of learning are the 2018 Student Association vice presidents. Leading the class are members of the Glenbrook North Student Services Department, the Instructional Leadership Team, and the 2017 Student Association Executive Board. Would everyone please rise for the singing of the national anthem?
We all grew up watching those high school movies. I mean, we go to Glenbrook North, so of course we've all seen every John Hughes film. The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
These movies gave us ideas about what high school would be like. Going to football games, forming lifelong friendships, and maybe meeting an eclectic group of characters during a Saturday detention.
Now, our high school experience can actually be compared to a series of movies.
More specifically, one of those trilogies where the last movie is split into two parts to make more money at the box office. Think Hunger Games style. So today we would like to demonstrate this comparison in GBN, a quadrilogy.
Episode 1, Freshman Year. This is the part of the trilogy where we began to establish the setting, where we are and who we are. 4 years ago, we entered GBN for the first time for freshman orientation. Nervous, whether we wanted to admit it or not, but ready. Ready to embrace new opportunities. Ready to begin that arduous journey to discover ourselves. We tried as many activities as possible, trying to find our niche. By the end of the year, some of us had found it, while some of us hadn't yet. But we were ready to take on the next 3 years a little more confident in ourselves and where we belong at GBN.
Episode 2, Sophomore Year. Now, it has been said that the sequel can never match the original in terms of quality. However, there have been exceptions. I mean, who could forget Toy Story 2? So when I think back to sophomore year, I can't help but give it a little credit. I mean, it really wasn't that bad. Sure, the Odyssey was a tough read, and the park tests were pretty awful, but they were only rain clouds over an otherwise sunny day. Sure, we spent that year writing the awkward line between being the new kids as freshmen and being the big dog upperclassmen, but these experiences prepared us to become the leaders of our school in the years to come. As we matured, we became more aware of the world around us, and we got riskier. We started to be who we wanted to be instead of being afraid to let our true colors show.
Episode 3, Junior Year. In most of these Hollywood quadrilogies, the third installment is where the conflict hits its peak, similar to how junior year, for many of us, was the most difficult year of our lives academically. It was tough, enduring multiple research papers and all-nighters. But at the same time, this is where our class really bonded. In stressful times, we crammed together at the library or found relief in our activities. Junior year taught us how to be there for one another. Above all other things, our class knows how to lift each other up in times of need. This third episode was about loss, but when we encountered a tremendous loss of a fellow Spartan, we came back as a community, resilient and loving. In the face of this tragedy, we formed new connections with our classmates, seeking to make every member of our community know how valued they truly are. We left junior year knowing that we have each other's backs, no matter the circumstances.
Episode 4, Senior Year. The final movie in these big Hollywood series is always about victory. By the beginning of our senior year, we could see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it was still going to be a long road to get there. Between college applications, extracurricular activities, and having to care about grades for just one more semester, there wasn't much downtime during the first couple of months. At the same time, senior year also gave us the opportunity to enjoy ourselves more than we ever have before. We showed our love for our school at every assembly and every Friday, and we were able to reflect on our experience and how all of them had shaped us into the people sitting on this stage right now. Through all of the trials of high school, we have emerged victorious.
Standing here in front of you today, it's hard to believe that all of us have lived so many high school movie moments. We've done it all, cheering in the stands at sporting events, going to dances, meeting new people. Or maybe we didn't go to dances or sporting events. Maybe we joined a really cool club or learned from an incredible teacher or procrastinated our homework.
Each of us have so many unforgettable memories from our time here at GBN. You are the people that taught us to give our love openly and to accept it in the same way. And whatever your movie moments were, we truly hope that they'd be worthy of any John Hughes screenplay.
So thank you, class of 2017.
Thank you for making this 1/7 ounce feel like a 1/7 ohm.
Our time at GBN has moved pretty fast.
But thanks to all of you, we don't feel like we've missed out on a single second.
Steve Jobs once said, "Here's to the crazy ones," because those who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. What most fail to recognize is that we can change the world in whatever we do. When I look at my fellow peers, I don't just see teenagers. I see a future CEO, a Broadway star, the cure of cancer, an Emmy winner, a recipient of a Golden Apple Award for Outstanding Teacher, and a New York Times bestselling author. What do all these people have in common? They excel at what they do because they were crazy enough to believe they could do it. And our perfect future might not entail the big screen or our name and lights. You might envision a family, traveling the world, or leaving a legacy with a simple act of kindness. To my fellow seniors, in whatever you do, do it with passion, because a future with passion leaves a past with success. However, the future holds many successes and failures. I cannot promise that you won't go through hard times. I can guarantee that you will. And when you feel yourself breaking, when you feel yourself struggling to move forth, remind yourself that what you're fighting for, what you're struggling to overcome, is worth it. Because if something you're passionate about pushes you to your breaking point, it's worth carrying on. So be glad. Failures are ahead. It is in the midst of failure when we learn to thrive. Yes, the future can throw things we don't see coming, but the future also holds what you put in its hands. I found that I can no longer ask people what they want to do in life. I have to ask them what they really want to do in life. Because somewhere along the way, we kept our dreams to ourselves. They became too precious to be shot down by the cynics, so we keep them safe. But if you ask any one of us what we really want to do in life, we'll think of that dream, the one that we're still hoping to achieve one day, the one that lingers in the back of our mind. My fellow Spartans, today, I encourage you to be crazy. Be crazy enough to go after your dreams. Be crazy enough to get back up when you fall. Be crazy enough to fall in the first place. Be crazy enough to believe in yourself. Because when you think about it, it's not crazy at all. A man on the moon, that's crazy. An electronic message to my friend across the world, that's crazy. Flying at 30,000 feet and arriving across the country in 3 hours, that is crazy. But where would we be if we stayed sane? Don't be afraid to waver on the crazy side and dare to envision a better world, because only you know what it looks like. You might not think you're ready, but GBN has prepared us all too well, perhaps without your knowing. We already have an author sitting on this very stage wearing a graduation gown. We already have a business owner among us, an inventor with a startup, a philanthropist who won a $10,000 grant to bring pencils to the impoverished students in Africa, a dancer who spent her summer at Juilliard, an actor who's been on our TV screens, an Olympian who went to Rio in 2016. We're already proving to ourselves and the world that Spartans are crazy. Because within the philanthropist is her experience in the classroom learning about third world countries. Within the dancer are her memories dancing on this CPA stage. And within the author is everything her English teachers taught her, whether she knows it or not. None of these people would have accomplished what they did if they weren't crazy enough to believe they could do it. Remember this, Spartans. This world will look down upon crazy until we give them a reason not to. Until then, and even after, you have to be your own advocate. Don't lose your voice. Our time at GBN has perhaps given us a glimpse of who we want to be, or maybe even who we don't want to be. Classmates, I will be honest with you, and I won't sugarcoat what I'm about to say next. Some of us will never see each other again. But to the boy who I only ever see in the hallways, I wish you all the success possible. To the girl who sits in the back of the classroom, I hope you go after your dreams. So seniors, with the time I have left, I'll leave you with this. You are worth believing in. You are a world changer. You hold greatness within you, so go out into the world and share it. You are a Spartan. Here's to the crazy ones.
Throughout our 4 years at GBN, Class Board has been active in the community through helping to organize events, funds, and school spirit. This year, Senior Class Board had the opportunity to participate in several different fundraisers, including the annual canned food drive and the Senior Service Project. For this year's Senior Service Project, the senior class worked with Project Linus and handmade 40 blankets, which will be distributed to the Chicago Children's Hospitals. We've spent our senior year as leaders, and we'd like to thank Mrs. Wool and Mrs. Jordan for their ongoing support and guidance. To leave our mark at GBN, we collaborated with the class of 2016 to give Glenbrook North a very special gift, a gazebo which will be built in the principal's outdoor mall this summer. The gazebo will provide GBN students and staff with a unique outdoor learning space, as well as a location for various events. It is with great pleasure that I present Dr. Finan with the class of 2016 and class of 2017 senior gift. Now, I'd like to invite our principal, Dr. John Finan, to present the class of 2017.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Sarah, for the introduction. I would also like to thank Julia and AJ for creatively capturing the Spartan experience as only speech champions can. Sarah, just as in the variety show, you captivated your audience and delivered a heartfelt and wise message for the road ahead. GBN graciously accepts the gift presented by the class of 2017. This was a collaborative effort with the class of 2016. Although some Egyptian pyramids were erected in less time than it has taken to build the gazebo, construction is ready to begin, and it will be in the courtyard when you return to visit. In the meantime, it will be referred to as the Principal's Napatorium. Dr. Michael Riggle has provided the Glenbrooks with wise and steady leadership for nearly 2 decades. And the class of 2017 and I thank you for your guidance and support as our superintendent. Members of the Board of Education with us today, Robert Boron, Bruce Dowdy, Karen Stang-Hanley, and Joel Taub, thanks to you and board members Skip Shine, Sonia Kim, and Peter Glowacki for your thoughtful dedication to District 225, providing students with an unmatched learning experience and the necessary resources and facilities to actively acquire their education and pursue their dreams. The class of 2017 worked hard at developing a sense of community. Many of their accomplishments do not appear on the so-called scoreboard of high school achievement. In his book, Coaches of Chicago, Paul Prima stated, "I have always been leery of scoreboards. Scoreboards don't measure the strides taken by losing teams, the richness of the experience, the depth of relationships, the values learned, the skills acquired, or the archiving of the journey a team has traveled to arrive at this place in their evolution. It is likely that you will never again be questioned about your PARCC or ACT scores or even GPA, but your character, kindness, relationships developed, and passion for learning will last a lifetime. My dear friend Dr. Prima and I are so fortunate to have shared the class of 2017's 4-year experience at GBN as principals. The class of 2017 often prevailed on the scoreboard, achieving the highest average ACT composite score in school history among numerous other accolades. But more importantly, their 4-year journey at GBN is characterized by kindness, love, generosity, tolerance, understanding, philanthropy, leadership, and trust. They built strong bonds of friendship and collegiality with classmates, teammates, and educators. They comforted and supported one another when facing tragedy. GBN teachers inspired them and guided them to discover their passions, and they responded with active engagement in their education. Parents and grandparents, siblings, and extended family members, you have provided love, support, and a strong foundation for these students to flourish and take advantage of the opportunities at Glenbrook North. Can we get a round of applause for the families that have supported our students today? Thank you for providing us with such great young people and partnering with us in offering a world-class education. Personally, I am going to miss the class of 2017 dearly. This class truly possesses a unique blend of talent, leadership, and compassion. They were excellent role models for underclassmen, and their impact and influence have set the stage for the next class of emerging leaders. 2017 distinguished alumnus Chris Collins, class of 1992, shared some important thoughts with the seniors recently. First, Chris suggested that you thank your teachers and express how they have positively affected your lives. He mentioned the relationships and bonds that were formed with Dr. Duffy, Coach James, his teachers, and classmates. Chris stated, "There is nothing that means more to me than being a Spartan. Understand that we are all forever bonded by this place. I am so proud to be a Spartan and to be from Glenbrook North. I know that the GBN experience will have a similar enduring impact on all of you, and you are forever a member of the GBN family." Let's recap some of the notable achievements of our Spartans. The class of 2017 excelled in so many ways. 170 Illinois State Scholars, 20 National Merit Commended students, and 18 National Merit semifinalists, a lengthy list of merit awards. 19 students earned the Illinois State Seal of Biliteracy in English and one of the following languages taught at GBN: Chinese, French, Hebrew, Russian, or Spanish. The GBN math team won a state championship. Our chess team was the runner-up in the closest state finals match in state history, and then was praised by the coaches and players of the opposing school. The All-State Musical, Little Shop, Fiddler on the Roof, Super State Band Competition, the Techni Music Festival, Orchesis, the Glenbrook Symphony Orchestra, all demonstrated the exceptional talents and artistry of our students. In athletics, 245 student athletes were named CSL Senior Scholar Athletes, and 113 were named CSL All-Conference. GBN teams won 11 CSL Conference championships, 36 individual IHSA state qualifiers, and 3 teams qualified for the Elite Eight. 5 athletes earned first-team IHSA All-State honors, 2 regional championships in boys soccer and boys volleyball, a sectional championship in badminton, the first in school history. 3 teams qualified for state: boys golf, boys tennis, and girls tennis. The canned food drive, GBN Goes Pink, the Global Citizens Club, student leaders raising thousands of dollars during Community Week in support of mental health awareness, the World Language Honor Society, just a few shining examples of our Spartans working to help others. Students sought out leadership development opportunities through events such as Snowball, the CSL Leadership Conference, and the Rotary Youth Leadership Academy. In closing, and as Sarah so aptly expressed, be crazy enough to pursue your unique dreams and goals for the future and carve out your own pathway. You are well prepared. Carry the lessons learned as a Spartan along the way. There are a few housekeeping items that I need to share with all of you as we proceed with this ceremony. And first, please consider all the families that are present today and the fact that they would like to hear the name of their graduate be read out loud. Please save your applause and positive energy until after our final graduate is introduced. We sincerely appreciate your cooperation. Second, at the conclusion of our commencement today, we ask that the audience remain seated as the graduates leave the stage and travel up the aisles to exit the auditorium. This will allow all parents to see their graduates leave the auditorium with an unobstructed view. Third, the graduates will proceed out of the CPA, down the stairs, and to the field house or student mall, where they will dance uncontrollably. Just wanted to make sure you're paying attention. Okay. Family members and friends who wish to join them for pictures may then follow behind the graduates to the student mall. Please continue walking deep into the courtyard and do not stop near any of the doorways. Dr. Riggle, it is my honor to present for endorsement the class of 2017. Yes. Almost there. They have met all the requirements set forth by Glenbrook High School District 225 and the Illinois State Board of Education. They have handled the rigorous challenges of a Spartan education and should now be considered candidates for graduation. It is my pleasure to introduce the superintendent of Glenbrook High School District 225, Dr. Michael Riggle.
Thank you, Dr. Finan. It is an honor to be part of today's ceremony. I wish to congratulate you on a very successful second year as the principal of Glenbrook North High School and offer my thanks and appreciation for the passion, commitment, and dedication you've demonstrated as the leader of the Spartans. I wish to thank the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends connected to the class of 2017. I'm very happy that you're with us here today to celebrate their graduation. You've provided the love, compassion, and caring that's been so essential to their success. Finally, I wish to recognize the staff at Glenbrook North for their outstanding work with these students over the last 4 years. You've established and maintained a school environment that allowed them to be challenged, to grow, to seek their passions, and to thrive as people. More importantly, you welcomed these students to become part of a family, a school family, based on understanding, acceptance, and every person being treated with dignity and respect and their contributions celebrated. Being a member of the Spartan family is very special, and I feel very blessed to be part of that family. I'm also blessed to be part of a community that truly values and supports education. Today, we honor a remarkable group of Spartans who are ready to leave Glenbrook North High School. They have forged a legacy of achievement that will be long remembered and admired. More importantly, they've provided great leadership and built by example an environment of caring, respect, dedication, and kindness that transcends to the classes that follow. In reflecting on the class of 2017, and you did a remarkable job of documenting so many accomplishments this year, Dr. Finan, I was struck by the many successes, outstanding performances, and amazing talents demonstrated by many of these students. By and large, they're just good people, and good things happen to good people. They've also faced many challenges and disappointments, but each of them now stands ready to leave GBN and face the future. The class of 2017 is truly outstanding. As they leave GBN today, every graduate will face different and unique challenges. Some of their challenges will be predictable, and some will not. Each of these challenges will come with some degree of anxiety or fear. It is how they manage these emotions that will be important. Many of our students have already demonstrated the ability to embrace challenge through an attribute that is fragile and must be nurtured, but will be very important to their future success, which is courage. Courage, by definition, is the quality of mind or spirit that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, or pain without fear. However, in my own personal thoughts, I don't think I've ever faced a significant challenge without a degree of anxiety or fear, which causes me to agree with the thoughts of Nelson Mandela when he stated, quote, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear," end quote. In late May, I also became intrigued by an NPR interview with retired U.S. women's soccer player and Olympic gold medalist Julie Foudy that focused on inspiring young women to lead, but I found that it was a great message that really went to young people in general. In her comments, she emphasized that being overprepared sometimes holds young women back from leadership because by the time they raise their hand, the opportunity is often gone. There are times when a lack of confidence in moving forward affects us all. Ms. Fowdy offered the following words of encouragement. Go be courageously and fabulously you. We women are great at underselling ourselves and not so great at owning our awesome. I feel this message is a good one, and for all of these students, I encourage you, own your awesome. While at GBN, students are encouraged to get involved. As you go forward, it's important that you continue to become involved. Step out of your comfort zone and participate. Undoubtedly, there will be times you will fail, but that is how you grow and gain self-confidence and courage. In the words of former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, quote, success is never final. Failure is never fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, end quote. Graduates, although high school is important, it is intended to serve only as a foundation. A high school diploma doesn't guarantee you success to a further education or opportunities. Success at this point depends primarily on how committed you remain to your own development. Don't wait for someone to provide you with an education, a good job, or present you with carefully designed opportunities. Maximize your potential by actively pursuing an education and engaging yourself fully in every course you take and every opportunity you pursue. The perseverance, dedication, and work ethic that you demonstrate will distinguish you from others and will be strong determinants in your success. Community service has been a very important part of your GBN experience. With education and opportunity comes responsibility. It is the responsibility to improve the lives of others wherever and whenever possible. I encourage you to dedicate yourself to the service of others, for your achievements and success will ultimately be measured by what you give back. Try to infuse a spirit of service in the parts of the world that you touch, and the world will be a better place. In receiving your diplomas today, you become part of a larger nation of Glenbrook North graduates. Today, tomorrow, and forever, you are Spartans. We share in the joy of your celebration, but we are sad to see you go. Take time to pause today, reflect, and give thanks to those who have taught you, mentored you, supported, and loved you. You represent the very best our community has to offer and our brightest hope for a better tomorrow. Good luck, class of 2017. May you be blessed in your journeys, and may the future bring you the very best that life has to offer. So here's the best part. I am truly honored to accept the class of 2017 as candidates for graduation. It is with great enthusiasm and pride that I present them to the Glenbrook High School District 225 Board of Education for the awarding of diplomas. The members of the class of 2017 are now officially graduates of Glenbrook North High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the readings of the names of the graduates, recognition will be given to students in the class of 2017 who have achieved the designation of Glenbrook Scholar. Assisting in the distribution of diplomas will be school board members Mr. Robert Boron, Mr. Bruce Dowdy, Ms. Karen Stang-Hanley, and Mr. Joel Taub. This graduation ceremony honors 4 years of high school education. We attach a high value to that education and believe that you do the same. That value is best represented by a dignified graduation ceremony. Help us assure that dignity by refraining from any applause or other types of individual recognition. Please save your recognition for the entire class after all of the names have been read. Kelly Mackenzie Johnson. Cameron Blair Abraskin. Alex Dominic Amini. Sarah Linda Chang. Bryn Alexa Maraff. Madeline McPherson Tatham. Jacob Park. Avni Samanth Ramachandra. Abigail Irene Cook. Jillian Elizabeth Williams Redstone. Martine Elizabeth Fulling. Danielle Vivian Cates, Glenbrook Scholar. Alexandra Gabrielle Holtman. Ava Melody Eisenstark, Glenbrook Scholar. Hannah Eve Godnick. Sarah Nicole Dolans. Fallon Lexi Malul. Maya Gabrielle Rubin. Michelle Mihalcheski. Sarah Elizabeth Gugamos. Haley Blair Schumann. Jamie Michelle Burnson. Julia Louise Shelley, Glenbrook Scholar. Andrew Jack Seymour. Rachel Lauren Pressler. Liat Eden Wasserman. Catherine Ann Brownlee. Glenbrook Scholar. Ryan Edward Tucker. Garrett Nathan Schumann. Jonah Hammer Pazal, Glenbrook Scholar. Jacob Marshall Fishman. Camille Conrad Barabbas. Nicola R. Arangelovich. Sarah Smith Stocking. Gabriel Thomas Aducci. Anvar M. Abrarov. Sophie Pearl Aber. Madison Rose Statt. Kelsey Lynn McDonald. Andrew Michael Carriola. Travis Nathan Siegel. Lucas Scott Prezant. Michael Joshua Cruz Gonzalez, Glenbrook Scholar. Liam Jeffrey Pazotic. Andrew Chase Kwalik. Quinn Thomas McCarthy. Daniela Simone Bressler. Julia Catherine Gray. Christopher James Allegretti. Quinn Spencer Allen. Joshua Ross Allenson. Jorge Alberto Alvarado. Luke M. Amon, Glenbrook Scholar. Laura Jane Amade. William Forrest Amade. Benjamin Barron Amram. Courtney Teresa Annisberger. Kyle Edward Angelbeck. Thomas Anthony Arner. Rashab Aurora, Glenbrook Scholar. Holly Arriaga. Madeline Brittany Atlas. Daniel Arian Osmude, Glenbrook Scholar. Chris Dean Babelis. Irene Nicole Backus. Bryce Ethan Balanik. Georgie Legovich Balyak. Brian Ethan Barrick. Spencer David Bashaw. Belgute Batbayar. Sabrina T. Baxamusa. Brandon Jacob Bezai. Tyler Nicole Bear. Jennifer Lynn Becker. Samantha Logan Bell. John William Archibald. Mark Wallace Bazzano. Luke Anthony Churchenko. Michaela Alexandra Chen. Caroline Catherine Chattis, Glenbrook Scholar. Dylan Jacob Chase, Glenbrook Scholar. Nicholas Keg Charlton Perrin. Nicholas Theodore Charlob. Paige Claire Cawley. John David Schroeder Casey. Samuel Miguel Victor Hugo Carvajal. Despina Jean Caparos. Yasmin Rose Khan. Dana Lee Kagan. Daniel Sungwoo Byun. Hannah Naomi Buzil. Kevin Joseph Burnside. Nolan Arthur Burns. Brian Joseph Burke. Sydney Lee Burdick. Michael William Bubaris. Alexander Philip Bubaris. Melissa Lynn Bruckman. Matthew Lawrence Brocado. Chase Buckley Bolin. Vincent James Baffa. Justin Howard Bodell. August William Blazak. Chloe Marie Billig, Glenbrook Scholar. Matthew Ryan Bebrock. Michaela Ann Bebrock. Julia Rose Bettman. Daniel Simon Benizvi, Glenbrook Scholar.
Justin Montgomery Olson. Byron Sauron Chin, Glenbrook Scholar. Megan Cho. Bryson Holly Choback. Andrew C. Choi. Susie Stephanie Chung. Irene Chung. Emily Shin Chua, Glenbrook Scholar. Nicole Catherine Clark. Emily Ann Cleason. Alyssa Isabel Cohen. Sydney Michelle Cohen, Glenbrook Scholar. Taylor Alexa Cohn. Jessica Marie Comfer. William Roland Congbele, Glenbrook Scholar. Faye Elizabeth Cox. Samantha Rose Crane. Kendall Jane Crispin. Catherine Dever Crockford. Mary Claire Crew. Megan Chow Cruz. Mateo Alessandro DeGaro, Glenbrook Scholar. Daniel Julius Dalkey. Thomas John Dalkey. Annette Marie Davis. Nicholas Lapsing D. Alexandra Maria Daneka, Glenbrook Scholar. Michael Xavier Delaney. Rogan A. Delaney. Faye Demos. Daniel Adam Derlo. Jacob Paul Deutsch. Joseph Ryan Cohen. Tyler Anthony Getz. Zachary Simon Gardy. Liam Michael Garrity. Robert Lance Furman. Joshua Tyler Fritz. Brandon Peter Friedman. Nicole Charisse Frankel. Nathan David Fong, Glenbrook Scholar. Stephanie Jean Focal. Andrew Connor Fine. Gavin Anthony Farah. Sandra De La Cruz Feldman. Alana Beatrice Pfeffer. Van Baker Fairbanks. Nicholas Lee Farney, Glenbrook Scholar. Jake Jeffrey Fahey. Teral Socrates Errol. Itai Joseph Epstein. Zoe Maya Engels, Glenbrook Scholar. Kiana Marie Ide. Mihal Rachel Demarsky. Dalton Jeffrey Dupre. Savannah Rose Duncan. Nicholas Marcus Dulfer. Kaylin Dew, Glenbrook Scholar. Catherine Elizabeth Doyle. Francesca Ann Durazzi. Elizabeth Rose Donnelly. Rebecca Felice Doman. Zachary Allen Dolans, Glenbrook Scholar. Kayla Ruth DeGodko. Catherine Jimin Doe. Emma DeVries. Jordan Helen Gauger. Elijah Nathan Gelman, Glenbrook Scholar. Benjamin David Gerstein. Thomas Michael Gertner. Sophia Miriam Gertz. Thomas Michael Gizone. Joseph Charles Gilchrist. Elric Elijah Gillett. Jacob Samuel Ginsberg. Jeffrey Aaron Getz. Philip Allen Goldberg. Ryan Nathan Gold. Brian Andrew Goldman. Ashley Elizabeth Goldstein, Glenbrook Scholar. Joshua Nathan Gordon. Jared Benjamin Gordon. Ethan Samuel Gould. Jackson Montgomery Grable. Gabrielle Anna Grishko. Daniel Moses Gross, Glenbrook Scholar. Seth Morris Grossman. Charles Scott Gugamos. Jack Porter Gudekanst. Jacob Hagi. Holly Clarice Hames. Yu Lim Han. Wells Matthews Hardesty. Sophie Mackenzie Harvey. Jack Dale Hayes. Madison Taylor Hayes. Kevin He. Hannah Rose Goldberg. Samuel Lee Corner. Kyle Mason Kadish. Evan Blaine Just. Charlotte Pravda Joslet. Jacqueline Gray Jordan, Glenbrook Scholar. Eliana Rose Jordan. Brandon Drucker Jaffe. Sarah X. Jane, Glenbrook Scholar. Justin H. G., Glenbrook Scholar. Joseph Eugene Jenkins. Grace Eileen Jan. Caitlin Rose Lee. Jonah Dylan Jacobs, Glenbrook Scholar. Danielle Ishak. Timothy Michael Iskra. Andrew Champion Isbell. Eugene Juan In. Brennan Charles Hughes. Jai Huang, Glenbrook Scholar. Brian Huang. Abigail Jane Hornberger. Eamon Homady, Glenbrook Scholar. Mark David Hoffman. Haley Rose Hoffman. Luke Maxwell Holscher. Madeline Greer Hirsch. Samantha Brooke Heyman. Andrew Michael Hernandez. Jun Young Heo. Morgan Elizabeth Henry. Cameron Marie Helgland. Zachary Michael Hebine.
Anastasia Kadukov. Megan Marie Kamen. Florence Sayun Kane. Michael David Karb. William Christopher Cardassis. Glenbrook Scholar. James Joseph Karras. Justin Ross Carlin, Glenbrook Scholar. Samantha Grace Castleman. Jacob Zachary Katz. Haley Ireland Keelan. Aaron Maureen Kenny. Hassan Arif Khan. Nicholas Charles Keatsman. Harold John Kilberg V. Cassie Halen Kim, Glenbrook Scholar. Grant Changjin Kim, Glenbrook Scholar. Anna Kim. Ellie Kim, Glenbrook Scholar. Rachel Sojin Kim, Glenbrook Scholar. Matthew Joseph Kim. Yoojin Kim. Jane Jungmi Kim, Glenbrook Scholar. Carly Lana Clapper. Andrew Hyam Klein. Sophia Elaine Knabelkamp. Henry James Kinez. Zachary John Knutson. JC Gretchen Kolker. Giorgio Stefano Colius. Haley Paige Courts, Glenbrook Scholar. Alec Benjamin Corner. Gianni Franklin Cooley. Kevin Patrick Longy. Michael Christopher Longy. Si Liu. Emma Beatrice Litch. Jonathan Holden Liss, Glenbrook Scholar. Jeffrey Aaron Liss. Anna Alexandrovna Lipkin. John Harold Linforth. Christina May Lee, Glenbrook Scholar. Sophie Levitt. Alana Danielle Levin, Glenbrook Scholar. Rachel Ann Levin, Glenbrook Scholar. Gabrielle Noema Levin. Alexander Louis Levin, Glenbrook Scholar. Abby Paige Lenoff. So-hyun Lee, Glenbrook Scholar. Sang-gun Lee, Glenbrook Scholar. Jang-gun Lee, Glenbrook Scholar. Daniel Chung Lee. Janet Gayan Lee, Glenbrook Scholar. Sean Lee. Quan J. Lee, Glenbrook Scholar. Noah Philip Lazarus. Dory May Latek. Mauricio Christopher Lasso. Coleman Andrew Larson. Matthew Leonard Landauer, Glenbrook Scholar. Maya Rose Lambert. Kayla Lynn Kwatowski. Olivia Nicole Kurtz. Stacy Louise Leshner. Kevin Michael Levy. Gerald Quinton Luck. Dennis Lukianchuk. Harrison Jacob Lupfer. Erica Eve Mackin, Glenbrook Scholar. Kaylee Macaulay Madden. Maria Alejandra Manrique Orozco. Nicholas John Marino. Shari Michelle Markowitz, Glenbrook Scholar. Cole William Marinan. Kendall Babcock Martin. Griffin Robert Matson. Valeria Angela Mazzini. Reed Michael McCafferty. Hannah Rose McDermott, Glenbrook Scholar. James Michael McHugh. Fiona Adrian Baird McLaughlin. Elizabeth Eileen McMahon. Shivam Mehatra. Chloe Rose Meyer, Glenbrook Scholar. Sarah Kareem Merchant. James Byron McCorris. Kendall J. Michaels. Alexandria Allegra N. Mahalik. Nicholas Michael Mikhailov. Daniel Benjamin Milgram. Kira Nicole Miller. Kimberly Miraflores. Benjamin Sam Nushkin. Skyla Jade Moon. Maxwell Crooks Moore. Molly O'Connor Mulvihill. Devin Thomas McIntyre. John Patrick Purcell. Connor Tui Purcell. Joshua Boris Prupis, Glenbrook Scholar. Ethan Rourke Pressel. Emily Megan Press. Sweetlana Pornaya. Nicholas Chase Plushkun. Anthony Joseph Pinelli. Zachary Harris Peel, Glenbrook Scholar. Mason McLean Pfeiffer. Matthew Alexander Pavlovsky. Mia Pavlovlik. Gianni Paul Pappas. Rebecca Sarah Patter. Hikaru Ozone. Bianca Patricia Ozinski. Thomas R. Ozadinsky. Colette Judith O'Regan. Dylan Joseph O'Malley. Thomas Spalding Nordberg. Sophia Marie Norberg. Christopher Daniel Niswanger. Kaylee Lane Ng. Micah Skylar Netsky. Valerie Claudia Nemov, Glenbrook Scholar. Paige Elizabeth Needham. Patrick John Nass. Patrick Alexander Nagy. Tyler David Natick, Glenbrook Scholar. Samantha Margaret Myers. Jason Benjamin Nelkin. Gabriel Brian Marishev.
Jordan Purdy. Justin Michael Pucharski. Catherine Carol Razak. Maya Ray Rockman. Carmen Virginia Reed. Clark James Reinfrank. Melissa Tiffany Rainish. Sarah Teresa Richards. Jacob Thomas Rodino. Marissa Celia Rogoff. Dylan Matthew Rose. Alexandra Elise Rosen. Nathan Michael Rosenberg. Andrew Charles Rosenberg. Barry Alexandra Ross. Julia Brooke Rothschild. Isaac Cameron Rothstein. Madeline Suzanne Rowan. Winton Michael Rood Glenbrook Scholar. Joelle Elizabeth Ramoro. Anna Sabick. Jose Luis Sands. Paul Sack. Molly Alyssa Sandler. Joan Margaret Sandstrom. Noelle Elizabeth Santillano. Molly Ann Sauser. Matthew Blaze Skirmerhorn.
Heather Ying Schlitz. Brooke Louise Schooley. Lexi Rose Seiden. Benjamin Connor Ray. Kimberly Claire Stencil. Justin Mitchell Starr. Sarah Louise Stanisak. Melissa Gwen Spiro. Joseph Avakum Sperber, Glenbrook Scholar. Joshua Kyle Spaeth. Ju-hyung Song. Siwoo Song. Molly Jordan Solomon. Danielle Faye Sokol. Kathleen Shannon Smith. Carly Christina Smith. Austin Hamill Smith. Lucas William Smeds. Andrew William Slovis. Kimberly Shannon Sue, Glenbrook Scholar. Alexandra Pasha Sirota. Sarthak Singh. Manisha Singham, Glenbrook Scholar. Allison Hope Simone. Alexandra Lee Silver. Tori Alexis Silver. Mason Philip Sillins. Rachel Alberts Sigmund. Katya Nicole Hom-Sievert, Glenbrook Scholar. Ruba Siddiqui. Junsup Shin. Beata Orit Shemtov, Glenbrook Scholar. Haitian Xiao. Stephanie Iona Serbu. Sajin Seo. Caroline Marie Senft. Emma Constance Vickery, Glenbrook Scholar. Emily Reed Stoller. Thomas Alexander Stolpe. Julian Daniel Stone, Glenbrook Scholar. Brittany Nicole Strelitz. Joshua Michael Strelitz. Nathaniel Sanchez Sugatan. Anatole Yates Sullivan. Zachary Thomas Seibert. Grace Patricia Sylvester. Stephanie C. Tan. Dean Thomas Tasiopoulos. Max Abraham Thatchett. Christopher Saji Thomas. Tenzin Thukka. Claire Marie Trunkett, Glenbrook Scholar. Sarah Ann Tashan. Lauren Castle Tashan. Alexandra Griffin Tashan. Benjamin Lazar Cyrulnikov. Charles Scott Van Cleve. Jeffrey Kenneth Van Spankeren. Lucille Kristen Varga. Neha Vaslawar, Glenbrook Scholar. Jeffrey Michael Vodovitz. Ryan James Veith. Abigail A. Villanueva. Caroline Elizabeth Vogel. Daniel J. Voronov. Ryan Patrick Waddell. David William Walker. Connor John. Robert Zina. Gabriel Zurilla de San Martin. Joel Michael Zimmerman. Benjamin Senping Zhao, Glenbrook Scholar. Brett Andrew Zera. Roxana Zelkowski. Abigail Rachel Zellen. Valeria Urick, Glenbrook Scholar. Rachel Sengyun Yi. Mark Wu. Thomas Donald Whitty. Hannah Ray Wilson. Julia Sandra Williams. Jericia Malela Williams. Callie Worth Williams. Virginia Peyton White, Glenbrook Scholar. Samuel Norman White. Chase Thomas Whipple. Catherine Mary Whalen. Jenna Marie West. Colin Alexander Warhane. Scott Charles Wenzel. Thomas Jordan Weller. Michael Jonathan Weller. Max Allen Weiss. Ryan Grace Weiss, Glenbrook Scholar. Thomas Joseph Weinzimmer. Jacob Weingart. Elizabeth Sophia Wexler. Yanjiao Wang.
Would everyone please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater? At the conclusion of the Alma Mater, we request that the audience members please remain at their seats until all of the graduates have exited the auditorium.
Thank you.